This is an extremely difficult side Easter egg on the toon that allows you to get regenerating armor plates. It's definitely worth it, but it's going to take a lot of time and effort to actually get to the point where you can do this by yourself. And I'm going to take you through a guide on how you can do that. Let's get into it. Now, before you can even start this side Easter egg, you need to find two boxes inside of the Dark Aether. Both can be found fairly easily. The first one is going to be found right next to Juggernog. You're going to see a wooden box that you need to melee. I usually just take out my melee weapon and hit it 3 times. I've seen others just hit it normally with their gun. It's just going to take a few hits. Inside of the box, you're going to see this statue head that you need to interact with, and it's basically just going to pick it up and put it into your inventory so you can use it for later. Now, the second location is going to be right next to the portal door that takes you over to Speed Cola. It's going to be green. The box that you're looking for to find the other statue head is going to be the left underneath this particular tree of that green portal. Once again, all you have to do is hit it 3 times. Inside of this box is going to be that second statue head, and now that you have both in your inventory, we can go back to the spawn room. Now, you've probably already seen these giant statues when you first loaded into the game, but now that you have the statue heads, you can go and interact with these statues, and the statues are going to now have those statue heads from the Dark Aether placed on top of these giant statues. And once you place both of these heads on the statues, you'll notice that when you interact with one of these statues, you start a blood sacrifice, and this is the most difficult part of the Easter egg. You're going to see a red mist start entering into the spawn room, and you're going to see your health in the bottom left drop down to 1 health, and this is not going to change until you either get knocked down by the 3 mimics or 3 doppelgasts, depending on which one of the statues you interact with, knocks you down onto the ground, or you kill all 3 of those elite enemies. This is extremely difficult on solo if you don't have the right weapons and you're not prepared enough ahead of time. As you can see, it's very easy to get knocked down even with a gold level 2 Pack-a-Punch PPSH. If that wasn't enough, you're also unable to use any score streaks after you have activated this entire blood sacrifice on either one of these statues, again making this very, very difficult to complete. But there are a couple things you could do ahead of time to get this done. One is to use a couple different cheese methods that I'm going to show you one that I use to help me get this done my very first time, but there are several other ways you can do it that we can discuss down below in the comments. Now, to use a chopper gun or score streak, all you have to do as soon as you interact with one of the pedestals, start spamming the button that you would automatically use to deploy any of your score streaks. If you do this fast enough, your score streak will deploy, and it's going to make it much easier to kill some of these enemies. Now, I will warn you ahead of time, in solo, it's not going to do enough damage to really fully take out all of these enemies. So what I recommend you do is just hyperfixate on at least one of the enemies to make it much easier to deal with 2 of these elite enemies instead of 3. This obviously isn't going to help you complete the actual challenge of one of these pedestals, so I again recommend you come in as prepared as possible, whether with Perkaholics, and at a minimum a gold triple packed gun of your choosing. Personally, I think the LMGs and the ASG shotgun are the best choices, but I know a lot of other people use a lot of different guns, so it's up to you. I'm just saying that is the minimum requirement to even think about getting this done. Now, for those of you that want to do this legit without any of the cheese methods, again, you're going to have to come in with your best weapon as highly Pack-a-Punch and as high level rarity as possible. At the same time, no matter what round you're on, keep it down to at least 1 zombie, because inside of this blood sacrifice, any round that you're on, if you flip that round, all those zombies from that round are going to come and attack you in addition to these elite zombies. Get as many perks as you can on the map and triple armor, because the armor is the only thing between you going down and completing this challenge at this point because of the 1 health. After that, pick a distance that you are comfortable with between you and these elite zombies and just go in one direction and constantly go back and forth of shooting these zombies. I personally find the mimics to be the most difficult due to them only having 1 critical area in contrast to the doppelgasts that have 2 heads you can shoot. And as you can see inside of my gameplay, as long as you are able to burst down very quickly inside of the critical shots in the mimics and for the doppelgast, they can go down very quickly. It's just getting to the point where you can actually do this. So overall, take your time, get over prepared, and keep your distance between you and these elite zombies so you don't go down in a split second. Now, no matter what way you complete these 2 different trials, you're going to start to see these gold beams go from one statue to the next up to these gold bulls. The bulls are going to charge up something on the wall that is going to reveal those gold armor plates, which are absolutely free to you now. These armor plates will recharge with any damage that you take. If you take a look at the bottom left when you see me getting hit by this zombie, and it is absolutely awesome to have going into the main Easter egg boss fight as well. It is absolutely worth going through this Easter egg if you're thinking about doing the main Easter egg because of how much benefit the gold armor plates give you, and just to do it at least once. Now, I hope you guys found this walkthrough overview guide for the golden armor vest side Easter egg helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below for me so I know that you did find it helpful. Let me know any other methods you guys recommend down below in the comments on how you would complete this. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Once again, I hope you guys found this helpful. I'll catch you in the next video.